Ubisoft has revealed their Mastery Challenge update with a brand new trailer, and I've gotta say, it looks like an upgrade over River Raids. Like, I'm cautiously optimistic about this. So, we'll dive into everything you need to know, including some insight into that Meteor DLC and what to expect at Ubi Forward. Before we do, go ahead and make sure you're subbed to the channel so you don't miss anything from the event tomorrow. Alright, let's start with a very quick rundown of this mode. Mastery Challenge is coming on June 15th in just a couple days, and it's free for everyone. You could start it at power level 221. So what actually is the Mastery Challenge? It's a replayable game mode similar to River Raids that asks you to complete specific objectives centered around melee combat, ranged combat, and stealth. You'll talk to this lady, Hildebrand, who's going to appear outside of Ravensthorpe, and it's like the River Raids guy. She gets a building in the settlement, and she'll be kind of the touch point for this content. There are 5 shrines around England where you can visit them and then choose between a bear challenge, a wolf challenge, and a raven challenge. Each challenge gives you a preset selection of gear and abilities to use, so you can't choose what you're using, which I kind of like. That sort of feels like tailored content to me. And you have one objective to complete in each challenge, plus a series of optional tasks that reward you with bonus score. The goal, obviously, is to get the highest score possible, and you'll have certain marks for bronze medal, silver medal, and gold medal. Every medal that you earn gets you a new currency called energies, which you bring back to Hildebrand for rewards. It's going to be things like weapons, armor, tattoos, and cosmetics for your settlement. That's really the gist of the mode. We don't know how replayable this is going to be, but yeah, generally speaking, I think this looks like more interesting content. It's definitely an upgrade over River Raids just from what I can see, which wasn't all that compelling to me. However, there is one elephant in the room, and this is something I've seen around Twitter since this trailer dropped. What about the stealth issues? There are certain optional objectives in here, like not being seen, for example, that just with the current state of the game, it's just hard to predict when you're going to get detected, from what distance, and without having some very clearly defined rules that work every single time, I just think this might be a little frustrating. Now, there is a chance that we'll get an update to the game that will help with this stuff. I assume that Ubi is constantly working on stealth and trying to tweak the AI to get it into a more predictable state. But yeah, this could either be really fun or very frustrating. I hope they clean that up. But what's almost more interesting than the content itself is what this trailer tells us. If you guys remember, earlier this year, I spent about a week or 2 tracking down Odin runes. These are scattered all around England. There's like 8 or 9 of them, I believe. I can't even remember. And I don't know, it feels like we have a new lead on this. The intro for this DLC is a meteor crashing down right near Ravensthorpe. Now, if you look very closely at where it crashes down, it's not the same spot. It's on the opposite side of the river. However, when I look at this footage, it seems like we're in that exact same spot where the Odin rune is, and it seems like Eivor is opening a door here that's revealed behind that rock. And this would just make sense. I mean, I think you could argue that maybe the meteor has small meteorites that kind of crash off of the main meteor and will open this door. Who knows? But yeah, I just think this would be really cool if we finally learn more about what this is. We'll have to run around England to all of the rune locations to open doors for a special, like, godly reward is what the trailer calls it. And if that godly secret is going to be anywhere, I would bet that it's going to be at that one location in the south where there's a hidden chamber that you can get into right now. I could be way wrong with this, but man, it would be cool to open this at some point with this new content. And then there's the other big elephant in the room to me, that's the meteor itself. If you've been following this channel with leaks and rumors lately, we've been talking about a secret 3rd DLC titled Meteor. It's in the game files, it references to Muspelheim, on and on. Now, this is not confirmed or anything, but I don't know, this update might be Meteor. This might be what's being referenced in the game files. I mean, we still have the whole Muspelheim thing going on, but I won't spoil the specifics, but technically we did go to Muspelheim for a very small portion of the Wrath of the Druids DLC, so I don't know, guys. This whole situation just makes me more skeptical about the secret DLC being connected to the name Meteor. Now, I absolutely think Valhalla will still see that huge piece of DLC after Siege of Paris. I think that's happening. I think we should listen to reporting and leaks and so on and so forth. But personally, it just feels like if you're going to call this DLC anything, it just kind of makes sense to call it Meteor, this free content, because The content literally starts with a meteor. Could be way off base, I could be wrong, but I'm just gonna plant my flag and see what happens. In any case, this content is dropping in just a few days, so of course I'll be checking it out and sharing my thoughts with you here on the channel. Finally, there was a little hint from Dan St. Germain, who narrates this video, saying to tune into Ubisoft Forward to see more of what's coming to the game later this year. That seems pretty obvious, right? Maybe we'll get a Siege of Paris trailer, but hopefully more. I'm hoping for a big sort of wrap up of Siege of Paris, but also maybe a hint at what the big DLC, the secret one, is going to be, and also more of this free content. Because if this one is as solid as it seems, then hey, that's going to get me a little more excited about this game. That is it for this video, guys. We are going to cover whatever they show at Ubisoft Forward in terms of Valhalla, so stay tuned to the channel. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please let me know by clicking the like button. If you're new around here, make sure you are subscribed to the channel and also click the bell to receive live notifications so you don't miss my next video. You can also follow me on social media. I'm jayveeonYT on Twitter and jayvee.yt on Instagram for updates on all of my content. If you want to chat more about Horizon or really any other game, join our community Discord server over at discord.gg/jayveeonYT. Links for everything I've talked about are in the description below. Big thanks to my YouTube members, Ultra fans Bill and Cam, Super fans Tipsy Sergey, Tarl K, and William, fans Matthew Spyro, JVO, Level 42, Blood Sky, Kamal, and Andy, and supporters Nos, Sung, Adam, Mr. Hollow, Quickness, Firkin, Jay, Sam, Abhishek, Ferris, Report, Gabrielle, Abraham, Reaperman, John, and Teo for supporting the channel. If you want to support me further, click the join button below this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you next time.